All right, so today we're going to be looking at the new FlexVolt um, cordless DeWalt leaf blower. Um, First, we're going to go over what comes in the box, what exactly you get for that $250. Then I'm going to bring you guys in closer. We're going to look at some of the things I like about this. There's two main things that I do not like about this leaf blower, um, which first one I realized as soon as I open up the box. And then we're going to get outside and we're going to show you what kind of power this thing actually has. So when you open up your box, you're going to get your, I believe on Home Depot's website, it says you only get a 3 amp hour battery. I don't know if that's a misprint or if somehow I got lucky and got the 9 amp hour battery. But mine came with the 9 amp hour battery, the leaf blower itself, which does come in two different parts. This end part right here just slides over, it just clips right in. And then it comes with a battery charger as well. Strike number one I had against this leaf blower is that it comes with the slow charger. I feel like when you're paying that $250 and they're giving you the nice big 60 volt battery, that they should throw in that throw in their big their quick charger. So it does take a while to charge these batteries up with this slow charger that they give you. If you already have one of those fast chargers, you lucked out. I highly recommend using one of those because these slower chargers, these smaller chargers, do take a long time to get this battery up to full power or up to a full charge. So we're going to bring you in. We're going to look over some of the details that I really like about it. And like I said, we're going to get you out back, blowing some leaves around, blowing off the driveway, things like that, so you can really see this thing going. All right, so before we take this thing out back and actually see this thing in action, there's just a couple more things that we're going to talk about. First thing is the actual power of this leaf blower. So they say it'll blow around 125 miles per hour or 600 CFM, so it is a very powerful leaf blower, especially for being cordless. If you're looking at just a leaf blower for like home use, things like that, this is definitely something that I would look into. You're not going to get the runtime that you would out of a less powerful leaf blower. You're not going to necessarily get all the benefits you get with a gas leaf blower, but you do get some other benefits with this. The biggest thing that I like is there's absolutely no maintenance on this thing. As long as your battery is charged, you can pick this thing up and it's going to work every single time. You don't have to worry about adding gas, mixing fuel if you have to mix fuel for your leaf blower, things like that. Pretty much you pick it up, it's ready to go. It's going to work for what you need it to do. So if we take a look at this leaf blower, your trigger right up here, it is variable speed. So the farther you pull the trigger in, the more air is actually going to blow through. You also have a speed lock right here. So if I pop the battery out really quick, you'll see that if we push this down, it's going to pull the trigger up for us, so it allows you to lock in your blower at a specific speed, which is nice. I don't really use it that often, as I don't feel like with a leaf blower, you're typically not holding it in and running it at full speed all the time or at a specific speed all the time. You're typically blowing a little bit, walking, letting it turn off, turning it back on, so on and so forth. One thing I really like about this blower, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but your blower fan is actually enclosed in the middle of the leaf blower. So what that does is it prevents a whole lot of leaves and debris getting sucked into the fan. Even like jeans and hoodies that typically happen with your standard leaf blower, that doesn't necessarily happen with this leaf blower. I've actually never had it happen before, so I really like that they've enclosed this. Your battery pack in the back, you'll see that your battery just slides right in there. You'll see that there's a lot of extra room, so if you do have a bigger battery, or if DeWalt is making bigger batteries anytime in the future, we'll be able to fit a bigger battery in there. You also have your light indicator on there, so it'll tell you how much power you do have left in your battery. So before we take it out back, like I said, my one strike for this product is that it does come with a slow charger. I would think that for that price range that it's at, they would give you the fast charger. Strike number two that it has, which for me is not that big of a deal. depending on how much land you have or how much property you might be working with, it could be a strike for you. For me, it's not that big of a deal. I can usually blow off my yard, blow the driveway off, things like that a couple of times with this battery. But this 9 amp hour battery will give you roughly 11 minutes of runtime at full speed. So that isn't very, very long if you have a lot of land that you got to take care of or a lot of space. Like I said, if you're a contractor or anything, I would not recommend getting one of these, as that runtime is pretty short for if you're using it every single day, all day long. So we're going to take this thing outside, show you guys how much power it actually has. It is a very powerful cordless leaf blower. I've had other cordless leaf blowers before. This one definitely blows those ones out of the water. So let's get out there. Let's see what kind of power this thing's got.